Hi, I'm Lori, and I'm here to talk to you about our fourth speech therapy app in our NACD Home Speech Therapist line. And this one is called Speech Therapy for Apraxia Ending Sounds. If you're familiar with our first app, which was Speech Therapy for Apraxia, this one is set up exactly like that first one. It's all syllable based. The difference is these syllables start with a vowel sound and then have the consonant sound at the end. So whether you are working with a child or adult with motor planning problems for speech, as in apraxia, or if it's just an articulation problem, it's very common to have just a developmental articulation process where kids tend to leave off the ending sounds on words. And so if you're trying to remediate that process, this is a great app to use. As with our other app, there are different groups of sounds that you can choose from. And so if you're just trying to work generally on motor planning or on final consonant production, then I would recommend starting at the first group and working your way down. But if there's a specific phoneme or speech sound that you're addressing, then just find that within the groups and just use that group. For each sound group, there are 8 different levels of difficulty. So this is a hierarchy, and you always want to start at level 1 for a new group and work your way through the levels. As you get to the end of each level, you have the option of repeating that level or moving on to the next one. And that decision really is up to you as the facilitator. So it's based on whether you feel like that user was competent at that level and is ready to move on. So if you had to provide a lot of cueing and do a lot of correction, then maybe you need to repeat that level before you move on to the next one. It's fine to be on more than one sound group at a time, and you can be on different levels in different groups, and that's fine. You can do that simultaneously. What you'll find as you move through is what will be presented is a graphic image that represents that syllable. Now for vowel consonant syllables, most of them don't have meanings in and of themselves. So the graphics on this are a little bit different than what you're used to with our other apps. But as you go through level 1, where each syllable is presented individually, then the user will become accustomed to those images and will learn what each one stands for. Okay, for each screen that comes up, the user can touch the image and the audio will provide the input. If you want to have the audio off and provide the input yourself, that's fine. And then after each one, the individual using it will repeat what they heard for that image. And then the really important thing for you to keep in mind is that you're the one who has to provide the feedback to them. The app can't detect a correct or incorrect production. So as the teacher or therapist or parent, you'll need to let that individual know if that was a good production or if it was incorrect and what they need to do to change it to get an accurate production. So all of the feedback is up to you. And for each one, then they can just swipe and go on to the next screen until they get through that level. So do remember that you have to provide the input and the feedback for each one of their productions for this really to be useful. In the instructions that are in the app itself, you'll find a detailed explanation of what each level is. So you'll want to take a look at that, but the best approach is for whatever group you're working on, do start at level 1 and just move your way through each one as they master it. If you ever have any questions about this app or any one of our home speech therapist apps, please feel free to contact me directly, and my contact information is there on your screen. Thank you.